Come on now.
To the media.
Well, who knows? They're on Raw right now. We're on SmackDown, right? Who's to say? You never say never in WWE.
At some point, I think so, but I think it's about building anticipation. A lot of times, people just want it right away. You can't just get it right away. Yeah, let it build, let it simmer. We'll see. We shall see. The leader of very talented individuals, and I think that would be a phenomenal matchup. Yeah. Yes, maybe one day.
We'll see.
Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming.
The thing about it too is that there's a lot of people in WWE now who you never thought would be here. Right?
That's true.
Oh, Kevin Owens will never be here. Now he's been Universal Champ, United States Champion. Just so many people. AJ Styles.
Absolutely.
Now here he is. So you just never know who's going to be in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'd never rank a favorite. It's not my responsibility to rank the favorites. I just try to come up with something that's entertaining and then have people around me that I depend on to execute the entire thing. And it's always gone off without a hitch,
Perfect.
Knock on mahogany over here. That's wood, knock on wood. But it's just, what I saw. So John Morrison had like that parkour. He got knocked off the side of the ring and then jumped all the way to the barricade and like hung on. And when I saw him do that, I was like, oh my God, like, I wish I did that. And then the very next year, like he wasn't with the company anymore, so I was like, oh, there is a spot for somebody to be doing these things. So I just kind of took it upon myself to kind of fill that spot, and here we are.
I mean, his people got to call my people if he wants me to marry him. But I guess that's a possibility. That would be very strange, wouldn't it?
It would be awesome.
Extremely strange if I married John Cena. But I guess it's possible now, legally.
I feel like it needs to happen now.
That would be
It's like you should just show up.
Just demand to marry him.
You're married! Ah! Too late!
I don't think it's that easy, but we'll try it. You never know.
You never know. And the thing about singles titles, you know how it works with us. When one of us is champion, we are all champions. You see what I'm saying? So it's in the cards. There's a lot of championship titles out there that need to be won, and we like winning them. So we'll see. Like I always say, you never know what's going to happen.
That's true. And I think that would be fresh, I think, to have a trio be able to freebird a singles title. That would be very unique. So that's something that we've actually talked about many times, and I think would kind of shake things up. Move on to the next question.
We got a lot of questions there.
That should have been redacted from the list. Whoever reviewed those questions should have taken that one out.
Well, so for me, and he can resonate with this too. So when we were trying to figure out what music we wanted to use, the initial music that they gave us was like really old school, like gospel, like slow, like you couldn't get behind it. And so we wanted them to do some Kirk Franklin. So we gave them Kirk Franklin, and they came up with the New Day theme. And so when they came up with it, we were all listening to it in a room. And so after the show, we had a big speaker. It was so loud.
So loud.
And Vince wanted to hear it. So, Vince is over there. And Vince, real kind of stoic for the most part, with the exception of when he's getting really angry on TV. But this was a side of him that I have never seen him just rocking out.
And just stomping his foot too.
And like, I'm not even doing it justice right now.
No, because he was so into it.
And we're all just trying to sit there like, because you don't want to be disrespectful, but this was funny, man. Like, you just didn't expect Vince McMahon to be getting down on this like Kirk Franklin style gospel music, and he was just so into it. I'm sitting there, I'm like kicking E.
Yeah, I'm biting my lower lip.
I
can't laugh.
So
no, that's definitely
it was a unique sound.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite moment too. It doesn't do it justice until you're in that moment. Because I was shocked at how into the church music he was.
It's one of the biggest travesties in the history of WWE that moment was not caught on film. Because the 5 or 6 of us that were in the room, like, we're the only ones who will ever have gotten to see that. And now it's here, So it really should have been on film.
Despicable. You see? Despicable. Why are they messing with my man's ankles? Leave his ankles alone. I think, you right there?
Yeah, it's surgery. These are the incisions.
Right. Look at it.
The incisions. This is real
This is
life,
the first
real
shot you're lying of
first
the
shot of
incisions.
the incisions are still
Yeah,
healing.
sneak peek, exclusive. The Revival are very talented. Obviously, Mr. Wilder's jaw is currently at the moment.
Incapacitated.
Right, that's the word. But I think the cool thing about the Revival is they're very talented, and they are pretty much what we often say in wrestling is what's old is new again. If you take from and borrow from things that haven't really been, no one really does or works in that style of just being a really fluid tag team, using a lot of the brain busters, Arn and Tully, that kind of like inner working as a tag team and always being on the same page, I think is very cool. And they just have a throwback look and feel that I think is very unique. So, I'm definitely interested to see how things work for them once they get back on TV, because I think there's definitely a place for a tag team like that that's unique and different. And I think a lot of people, especially like people, of our age in the 30s and 40s who grew up watching Arn and Tully, who really enjoy that style. I was like, man, that the Revival are bringing it back and doing something new with it and borrowing from the past, but still making it fresh. So I really dig that, and they've had some great, excellent, like match of the year type candidates in NXT. So we'd like to see them do that on the main roster as well.